Hi there, and welcome to my office. My name is Raymond Benny, and I am the director of the Weave Worlds project, a 3D virtual world for education. It's our goal to utilize 3D real-time interactive technologies to aid education all over the world. The Weave Worlds project, or the Worldwide Educational and Virtual Enlightenment Worlds project, will provide those 3D worlds for educators from all over the world. You may be familiar with Second Life, which is run by Linden Labs. We will utilize the open source version of Second Life called OpenSim that Linden Labs has generously provided. We will create these sims for educators to utilize for various projects and classes. But that's not all. Our website will also include vast resources for educators in multiple areas. Many of the tools that you're going to provide are already available. Some for a very high fee, others for free. But it is our wish to make these educational tools free to educators and students worldwide, and more importantly, the virtual worlds in which to utilize them. We'll also do what we will call special projects, non-traditional educational sims for those purposes. Our first special project, which will be part of our pilot project, will be for people attending the 2016 Summer Olympics in Rio de Janeiro, in Brazil. We'll be providing training for people attending. This will include everything from language classes to how to deal with local taxis, hotels, restaurants, and much, much more. Though we will be an American-based nonprofit company, the Weave project will be jointly run from Sao Paulo, Brazil, where our educational director resides. Now, whether in a classroom in North America, Africa, Asia, Europe, Australia, South America, or a home school or anywhere in the world, all they will need is internet access to learn and grow with the Weave project. We'll supply all the tools and the virtual worlds so educators can create curriculum for anyone K through 12, college, homeschool, even hobby learning will be offered in the Weave Worlds project. Virtual hands-on will become the new standard for learning for many people, especially the disadvantaged. The combination of 3D hands-on learning, video, audio, and text-based programs, many of which curriculum already exists for, will raise awareness in educational standards worldwide. How? Well, let me turn it over to my education director, Professor Andrea Correa Silva, to show you some examples of how it works.
Thank you, Raymond. I am Andrea Silva, and I will show you some features of virtual worlds that make it the place to create educational programs for anyone with adequate access to the internet. Please excuse the computer voice synthesizer I am using in order to be better understood by our English-speaking audience. I've been researching and using virtual worlds in education since 2007, and I have learned that the people using these virtual environments have the same learning style of people that are internet-heavy users. And I also know that learning styles can be changed as people gather knowledge and try other tools during the learning process. This means all people can be prepared to have similar results regardless of their generation. Many believe that the traditional education methods are no longer working. We see many teachers with a fear of technology while their students embrace and master it. While they master the use, they often don't know how to organize and evaluate the knowledge they can obtain using technology, and this is where the teacher can fit in a new character as a facilitator of learning. Research shows that collaborative classes engage the students much more than other kinds of teaching, and I will show you how virtual worlds can fulfill these new needs in educational field. According to Mark Prinsky, the students don't want to just watch a class in a passive way, but in a more interactive way. Here in Weave Worlds, instead of listening to a lecture about history, you can live the history the student wants respect, trust, and their opinions valued. Here in Weave Worlds, they can create any project they can dream, or be a defender of a cause. They learn to negotiate playing games and can be in many discussion groups with people from many countries and cultures. They want to follow their passions and interests. Almost any profession or skill set can be learned, and they can do all this keeping connected to other environments they usually use it as Facebook, Flickr, Twitter, etc. We know they want to learn and create using their favorite tools. They like to work doing projects in groups with their peers, and virtual worlds are a social guided environment. They want to make decisions and share control, so they are primed for co-creation. They want an education that is not only relevant, but also real. And I have been seeing this happening in virtual worlds. You are probably wondering what kind of resources educators can use in these worlds to reach these kinds of results. Resources which will be provided for free in Weave Worlds. Any known educational model or methodology can be applied or adapted to be used in a virtual worlds class, and we will provide these to any educator on Weave Worlds. Here and most of classes, people learn by exploring places, collaborating, co-creating, being, building, choosing a cause to fight for, and expressing what they learn in world. To accomplish the methodologies, there are many tools available to teachers, including tools that allow teachers to rebuild traditional classroom resources, like whiteboards, slide presentations, pointers, digital radio, and TV. These more traditional tools make teachers new to virtual worlds feel comfortable, so they can then move on to more sophisticated tools. Let's look at some of the tools teachers will have in Weave Worlds. The first and most common is text, as many meetings and classes have all the content as text, because after the class the students have the log of the class, and also during any time you can scroll the text and look something you missed without interrupting the class. You never have to ask the teacher to repeat anything. Speech Easy is another tool, which is a resource in which the teacher places a note card which contains the text of his class, and each time he presses enter, another paragraph is shown to the class voice. We use VoIP, or Voice over Internet Protocol, so the teachers and students can use voice, which makes communications faster and provides teachers feedback like emotional information, as it gives the listener clues as to the student's level of understanding and interest. Sound can be streamed, so you can bring podcasting, music, and sound that enhance immersion in your class. Here there is always more space for you to sit and talk or socialize. There are many kinds of slide projectors, and even one that makes projections while you walk, which are especially good when you are doing guided tours. You can access web and world. There are tools which allow teachers to keep track of the students' activities inside Weave World using learning management systems tools that they already know and use, such as Moodle, which you can connect your Weave Worlds class using Sluddle, the virtual worlds interface, to Moodle. So your students can be in chat from LMS communicating to the ones in Weave Worlds. They can even do their lessons in a game show format in Weave Worlds, and the teacher will receive the grades, scores. In their grade book, they can develop a complex 3D project as building a museum and deliver it in a Dropbox to teacher, evaluate and grade it. They can blog the experiences without leaving Weave Worlds and publish the pictures in Flickr and do Machinmas 3D worlds-based movies like this one to exhibit on YouTube, which can be watched in world. These are only a few of the many tools that can make learning as immersive and pleasing as playing a game. Thank you for listening. I'll turn you back to Raymond now. Raymond, are you there?
What you've just seen is barely the tip of the potential iceberg of virtual worlds learning. It's our hope to build the Weave Worlds project into the single free source that the entire world can use. By better educating the world, the entire world will be a better place. Poverty is reduced more successfully by education than by any other means, but we need your help. Our first phase is to incorporate as a nonprofit company in the U.S. and start a full funding campaign to get the servers, other computer equipment, and personnel that we will need, as well as complete our pilot projects. This initial pilot program will be 3 simultaneous projects. Project 1 will be 2 10th grade classes, one near our headquarters in Ohio and the other in Sao Paulo, both using our worlds for part of their learning. The second will be a special education class yet to be determined, and lastly, the Olympics visitor program. But even getting money costs money. Andrea and I have extensive experience in 3D worlds and know how to make this happen, but to get the monies needed, we need to fund our incorporation, run the pilot program, and the funding campaign. This is why we're asking for your help in raising $15,000 US that we estimate we'll need for legal, pilot, infrastructure, and other services. Thank you for watching. We hope you can help us.